Thank you for joining me as I read The Ocean Gardener by Clara Anganuzzi. Where the ocean met the sky and the jungle took deep breaths, there was a little island. On a map, this island was just a small speck in the middle of the sea, but it was Isla's whole world. Hugging the island was a vast turquoise ribbon, the coral reef. Isla knew how important it was. It's a home for sea creatures. It protects us from storms, and it even gives us the air we breathe, she said. Isla's mom was a marine biologist, and taking care of the reef was her job. Mom knew which rock the sea turtle rested on and where the sharks gathered to get their teeth cleaned. She could even spot an octopus as it flashed past in the blink of an eye. One morning, Isla and her mom set out for the reef together. Make sure you don't step on any coral, Mom said. When the water became deep enough, Isla let herself glide into the magical world beneath the waves. But the farther out Isla swam, the more she realized something was different. The once vibrant and colorful corals were now pale. Meanwhile, the fish were gathering in shoals and disappearing into the deep blue. Where are they all going? Asked Isla. The reef has slowly been fading as the days get hotter, Mom said. Without the reef, the fish can't survive, so they're leaving to look for a new home. Isla didn't want the fish to go. The next day, Isla stretched out her arms and legs as wide as she possibly could. Stop! Stay here! Please don't leave! But the fish didn't stop. They swam over her arms, zipped between her legs, and scuttled over her toes. The bare, bone-like reef surrounded Isla and her mom. There wasn't a single fish in sight. What are we going to do? Asked Isla. Her mom had a plan. They got to work the next day. First, Mom delicately carried tiny pieces of coral from the ocean to their house. After this, they prepared tree-like structures in the sea shallows. The corals would be moved here when they were strong enough. When the rescued corals were safely in the tanks, Mom wrote down every detail. Then Isla noted the most important thing, the water temperature. Time passed and the coral branches began to thrive. Soon, Isla's house was filled with life. I think they're ready to go to their forever home, said Mom. Isla and her mom swam out to the shallows and started stringing the young coral branches onto the arms of the tree. Mom showed Isla how to gently glue the larger corals onto stones. Everything was logged and photographed. At last, Isla and her mom stopped to float and looked in wonder at what they had created together, their ocean garden. Isla visited her garden every day. Like all gardeners, she patiently planted and weeded. Gradually, as Isla tended to the coral, it grew stronger. A few curious fish arrived, but nowhere near as many as before. Surely by now the news of the reef has traveled across the sea, Isla sighed. Be patient. Change doesn't happen overnight, Mom replied. Each morning, Isla checked the reef, but still the fish didn't come. Isla had the lungs of a dolphin and the confidence of a shark. She sank down to the edge of the reef and waited until she couldn't hold her breath any longer. Then, as she stretched her arms for the surface, Isla noticed a darting flicker of color. Could it be? Hooray! The fish had come back. They flocked to the reef, planting the turquoise ribbon with the colors of the rainbow once again. All of Isla and Mom's hard work had paid off, and life had returned to the ocean garden. The Ocean Gardener is a sweet story of one powerful, mighty, persistent little girl and her mother, who is a marine biologist, and their project to save the ocean and the life inside of it. Marine biologists are brave people who help our planet in one of the best ways possible by taking care of our ocean. The water in the ocean, the animals that live inside of it, the plants that are inside of the ocean are so special and so dear to the life of our planet and the very functioning of our ecosystem. And it is so important to bring awareness to this and to take care of it in any way that we can. And of course, you may not grow up to be a marine biologist, and you may not want to go and dive deep into the ocean to do things like this. But this is a powerfully motivating story about how just one or two people can do things to make small differences that change the world and save our planet. So whatever it is that you want to pursue, you can do it in your special mission to save the life that we have here so that everyone can thrive and grow on a healthy planet. The Ocean Gardener. Thank you for listening.